Productions. I am your host, the Advocate, Caesar Don.
What up, though?
Man can't talk the crew.
Yep. What up, though?
You know, starting season 4, we having guests. In episode 2, we got a very special guest. My man Reg from Canna House. What's good with you? Before I let him take over the scene, as you can see in front, Canna House has lemonade, sauces, different things like that. If you've been listening to us before we got visual, you know we smoke nothing but the finest. 65% of the stuff I brought into this place actually came from my man Canna House right here. So, you know what I mean? I love the boys. They got a good thing going, so I couldn't do nothing but have somebody that got something positive going down with them on the show. And plus, it's marijuana, but we all tend to love.
And weed is good. 90%
of the people that watch us is loving. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, Reg, go ahead. Kick it with us.
Man, what's up with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all having me. Like my boys said, my name is Reggie, man. Canna House is my company. We actually are a cannabis-centric social club.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we actually curate and host like activity-based cannabis events. You know what I mean? It's always based on an activity, so you're not just getting high and fucking going to sleep.
Listen, I be a witness. I've been in a couple of them. It's fucking great.
Thank you, man.
I was sprung, yo.
Thank you. No, that's exactly what he said. I'm at every joint.
That's a fact. And I don't even be a character and all that shit. I'm not missing nothing else, man. As black people, we need to support no matter what, especially if it's positive. You know?
Bullshit.
And man, listen, it's a positive thing.
I appreciate it, man. I'm a huge proponent of supporting black. I tell everybody, you being black and get me in the door, you being good, keep my money up.
That's a fact, man. That's
I appreciate everybody that support me, but I fuck with the fact that you say, yo, I fuck with that shit. No, this shit was so good that I decided to bring you on my podcast because I just fuck with. That's how our organic.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Happened,
yeah,
man.
we clicked immediately. You feel me? You know what I mean? That's how I recognize. Like, if you know me, I always like to say that I always like the motherfucker that's hustling doing their thing. I've never been a hater. If you're getting your brand and I don't give a fuck how you getting it, I'm gonna give you props for it. You feel me?
Including Oprah.
Oh, well, I would say this. You want to start with this cool shit? I didn't expose my man to this cool shit. Yeah, now you gonna expose my man to that shit. Yeah, you stay on fucking top of it right now, man. God damn, man. This is how you started with that. This podcast get real with some
I love about the podcast. All it takes is one fucking word. And one word at the right time.
That's like saying Tom Podesta sound like God damn. Anthony Weiner.
Nigga can say Santa Claus.
Oh God damn.
Stay focused here.
Yeah, stay focused. Hit the gavel again.
I see that you got some hot sauce.
Yes.
All right. It says Herb and J. Like, yo, this is a barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I got the hot sauce.
You got the hot sauce?
Yeah, we got
the hot sauce over here.
We got a jerk, we got a blue cheese, and we got a ranch.
And a ranch?
And a ranch, yeah, man. So, Urban James. So what happened is, again, we throw these events, and we always, it's all inclusive. You pay a price point, we provide you with food, smoke, drink, right? We want to get you right, make sure you're good. And what became popular is my brother is actually a chef, and he cooks.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, man, what's up with that sauce? What's up with that lemonade? Can I get that outside of here? So I was like, well, shit. I guess so, so let's figure out how to start making this shit outside of the event.
Right.
So that's kind of how these babies came along. We birthed Urban James, was our newest baby, is our sauce line. You know what I mean? It's been out a couple of months now. It's doing really well. THC infused. Our lemonade, we actually have 2 versions. We have a Delta 8. I won't get too deep on fucking weed and shit right now.
I want to hear about
I know I'm going to look like a hood nigga. I'm really a weed nerd, though. I'm in on that shit. You know what I mean? But Delta 8 is legal because it's derived from hemp. Hemp is federally legal, right? You can grow hemp anywhere. So if you can extract the THC out of that, technically that's legal.
Right.
Even though it's THC.
Right.
So that's what we put inside the lemonade. So we're going to put that on some stores. We're going to add that out here in some of the hemp shops that are actually out and available now. So you should be looking at a few shops soon.
I see some other products where they had lotions and hair gel.
Right.
Yo, I was like, hemp, the two, yo, I'm like, I see a lot of these products. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I seen that hemp.
I seen soap.
Bath bomb, dude.
Yeah, bath bombs. Yeah, I seen bath bombs, soaps, lotions, hair gels, hair greases and stuff. And it was like, all natural shit, you know, with the THC and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the hemp oil.
With the hemp oil. So just not to get again too deep, but hemp is the cousin of marijuana when we smoking, right? They're the same plant. One just has way less THC.
Okay.
THC gets you high.
Yeah.
Right? So to understand that, right? So oh yeah, we got way. Okay, go ahead. So THC gets you high. CBD is what you see in most of these products that you see on the store, right?
Yeah, right.
That is the main element in hemp.
Okay.
So like the way THC is the main element inside the weed that we smoke, CBD is the dominant molecule in hemp.
Okay.
So that's what you're seeing when you see these products that got hemp in it. How they putting weed in all of this shit? It's the legal version of it right now.
Right.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of products out on the market. I tell everybody, just check your sources, man. That's important.
You know what's really important about you guys, because me doing my research, it's not many black-owned companies that's doing it like this. That's not even giving black people a chance to even do it like this. You feel me? So the fact that y'all started your own shit, like the Rockefeller label, you feel me?
That's what
I mean, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I respect it even more. You feel me?
I appreciate that.
No shortcuts, man. Y'all boys, they held it down, and now look where y'all at. You feel me?
For real, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man.
I appreciate the love.
I want to try to make a drink out of this.
Yeah, that's the pink lemonade. Some tropical punch up there.
Tropical punch.
The regular OG lemonade, and then blue raspberry.
All right, now you stay tuned later on today. We're gonna have a drink with Pythons, where he actually has a drink with these lemonades.
You know, so now,
with that.
yo, my mind is like, okay,
yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So I got an idea.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I want to get to the meat. Tell people what the meat is.
Hold on. Wait.
Rice and potatoes.
Wait. Listen. Listen. Now that you described Canna House, so that we'll get to the meat, because I'm gonna get to the sports for the time right now. You're gonna be sticking around for a while, so we got some time to give him more to talk about. Let's pick your mind up on the meat.
The weed and potatoes.
Well, while you got you here, you know what I'm saying? We usually critique these games, but the last episode we just go with sports topics.
Okay.
So usually I try to get everybody to do it, but you know, say I really remember the shit that I see. And one of the sports topics I seen they were discussing was should Brady play up to 45 or past 45? 45 or better. And if he play at the 45 better, what entitles his legacy?
I want him to play the 45.
What is it, 43 now, right?
43 now.
It's not a 2 year deal. She still got one more year with
you
Tampa.
can play. If you feel that you're not going to hurt your team because your play doesn't decline and it's somebody that can do it better, then play. If you feel it decline and you're going to hurt the team and you keep playing, then that's when I say that's going to tarnish your legacy.
Can I just say, what more does he have to prove?
Nothing.
I don't think he had anything to prove necessarily going to Tampa. We made this theory up that he had to go win without Belichick to prove something about his legacy. That's bullshit too. So I don't think he got anything to prove. Yeah. But like you said, if you could still play, I think the real challenge is going to be his contract is up in a year, right?
Yeah.
1 more year. He'll be 44 after that.
Right.
Who's going to sign him?
Right.
Now, who's going to commit to a 45-year-old quarterback? I only got him for a year.
Yeah, right. Maybe 2 times with 1 2.
I might have a draft pick I need to do. I can't be throwing my shit up to play with one chance for Brady.
What if it's a team out there that's looking for it? I got to win now.
If you
1 year,
it gotta be another solution, man.
If you got why I think it's going to happen. You see what the fucking just happened with that fucking Stafford trade?
I was gonna get to that. That was my next topic. That's my next topic.
If he can get that much, right? You don't think somebody is going?
I got a theory behind that.
So that's a good question. But then it goes to your theory of is he playing past when he good?
Yeah.
I don't want to see Brady not good.
What's state 38?
I need to see you try out.
Stafford is 38, so he's still
Tom Brady ain't trying out for nobody.
Tom Brady ain't trying out for nobody. You don't put me on it.
That's it. I'm
a 45-year-old Tom Brady. If you want to play for me, you're going to have to come in and try out.
You know what? Hold on. I would respect that if his credentials were declining on his way to you. At this point, even if he had a decent year next year, he's still got a Super Bowl scene, win or loss, and then another seat. You can't be
I'm not saying you got to battle out in camp, but I brought him in for a tryout. I need to see
Oh, Brady, Brady gonna give you that. No, Brady gonna give you that.
Okay.
I'm not
Because
gonna
he gonna give you that.
If I'm bringing him in, and
Yeah, Brady
Of
gonna
course
give
he
you
gonna get
that though. Brady gonna give you that.
You gotta look at it. You gotta look
But
at
I
it.
need to see him. I'm
the
not
NFL,
signing him
the
off the
NFL
street.
is money too. You know what I'm saying? I can see a team signing him knowing that he's not gonna help, but just to put asses in the seats. I
Right.
can see that. I can see somebody, especially after COVID.
But how
It's
shitty
after
you
you
gotta
gonna
be?
take that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a shitty team to do that. And if Tom Brady ain't going to no shitty team,
Nah,
shit.
nah,
he
he
ain't
going
going
to
to a winner. You gotta be
nah,
gotta have
he
something.
ain't going there fucking the Jaguars to put no seats on.
They gonna see him with the Jets.
Right.
And that's who I was thinking of. Like, yo, the Jets will sign him just to sell out. Just to sell out. You had 23 yards passing, 6 interceptions. We sold out.
And
That's
all
what
those
they did. Concessions was
That's what they
crazy.
did on Brett Favre. And all those motherfuckers that say they hate Brady would be right back on his nuts.
Oh, yeah.
They have a number 12 green and white jersey in the
Oh,
heartbeat.
God. And I
J-E-T-S.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
the Patriots
Minnesota
said,
Vikings
burning
fans
Brady
was.
jerseys.
I ain't never
Favre over there?
I say over there, they hated Favre for
New England
years.
fans.
Probably.
New England.
Probably.
They're gonna be out there burning Brady jerseys. He
Well,
goes to the Jets.
also next time, because you brought it up, this whole Stafford contract, so let's get that out of
That shit
the
is crazy.
elephant
I
in the
think we
room.
all seen it coming. I just didn't see it coming how it went
I didn't
down,
see
but I seen it coming. I knew he was gonna get out of Dodge. I knew he wasn't gonna be in Detroit for another year.
Can I give you a theory about this? Did we discuss
Nah, that
this?
was been.
We discussed that too.
Oh,
I think we all talked
about it.
But
Go ahead, book.
that might be onto
I'm telling you,
Detroit
that's
might
what
be
it is.
onto something.
Okay, so what we was discussing was maybe Detroit did that to load up for Packers for Deshaun.
Yeah.
And if you look at Houston now, you're not even giving up your draft picks and none of that in the trade.
So
you actually gaining.
You give them the picks that you got and
and
golf
get Deshaun.
Or you can add, and if they really want it, I can afford to add a pick.
Right.
But what am I losing?
Right.
Right.
I can add a pick and a player.
Shit,
Shit,
come on, man.
I was willing to give up one of them anyway.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hey,
that might not be what it is, but that's not a bad.
That's the smartest.
But
thing
you know
to
what?
do, right?
NFL GMs don't think like that.
No, they don't.
They don't. They just don't
They
do. They don't
don't.
do double moves like this shit. Like I think that's a genius move.
That's a genius move.
I don't think
I
us smoking weed shit.
We definitely was stoned.
I love it though. That's
I
just
don't think that they think like that. I think they're starting to think like that now. I think basketball is changing the game.
no bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Basketball-
I think basketball is making all these other sports player-related leagues.
And
now.
that's what basketball doing is forcing the owners to make it every league a player league.
Yeah.
Because they see what the NBA is
Absolutely.
doing.
And you can say what you want about LeBron, but LeBron literally changed the face of sports.
Listen,
Literally changed the face of sports.
him, Kobe, and Chris Paul probably changed the face of basketball itself.
Yeah.
Because of stuff they did outside of basketball that
But-
motherfuckers don't know about.
Yeah.
As it being a player league, I see Lamar saying LeBron really did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm here, I'm running the team. If I don't want to be here, I'm telling you where I want to go.
Yeah, no,
That's a fact.
I'm telling you
That's a
why.
fact.
Right after
he
you want
did
to come
that
with
shit,
me, like,
Yep. I'm
Kobe
that good.
pulled that shit too. People don't forget, man.
Yeah.
Kobe was saying,
I
"I'm
want out.
out, bro."
I'm out.
Right.
And they pulled some miraculous shit and got Paul Gasol out of that shit.
Right.
But Kobe was like, "I am out."
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I think they gave up
Kwame
I think
Brown.
Kobe was the tip of the iceberg. What made Kobe, it didn't look as far out when Kobe did it because it was still with the Lakers, where LeBron said, "I'm gonna go here. You gonna get these motherfuckers. We gonna win the championship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here.
And
I'm gonna get these
you know what?
motherfuckers."
It was the announcement, man. It was just. It really was all the announcement, man.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Kobe wanted Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Kobe
The
wanted
league-
Chris Paul.
The
and
league vetoed that shit.
yeah.
They vetoed that shit. Oh, hell.
How they not vetoing that shit?
Yeah, they're not gonna allow that. They can't veto
Yeah,
that.
I still want to hear the story behind that. That was a crazy scenario.
I still want to know why they.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you.
Yeah, I still want to know why they vetoed that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like I said, that being the
That's
last
one
dance
thing I don't
type
feel.
shit.
The league shouldn't be able to veto trades. Like,
I
agree
but you know,
and they agree.
You know why though? At the time, the New Orleans didn't belong to nobody. They didn't have no fucking ownership.
That's
so
a fact.
The league
Owned
actually
the
did
team,
own
so
them.
it's like,
So they took the rights to be like,
Nah, we
veto
can't
that
give
shit.
up our star play because we ain't even. I mean, we don't even have. We're definitely the smallest market out there right now.
Right.
We give me Chris Paul. Who the fuck we got?
Man, could you imagine? They still left, didn't they? Oh no, they still there. Pelicans.
Oh,
Yeah, they did. They changed their name. Yeah.
Well, I think they pulled. What I heard is they was going to start to pull into somebody bought it, but it was going to pull like a Green Bay type of deal where the town was going to own the fucking team.
Yeah.
And then as they was working that out, somebody was just like some millionaire was like, "Fuck it, I buy y'all." niggas."
I
You know what I'm saying?
I got it.
How much y'all is again? Yeah. It was saying, write me a receipt.
While you're on the subject of basketball, I don't know if you haven't watched the basketball, I ask y'all a particular question about a particular player. What's his name? I can never get his first name. Abib.
Joel.
Joel.
Have y'all been watching him lately?
I have.
Have y'all? And right now, early season, do you see improvement?
No.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not really.
I do.
Not really. I don't. I just see his shot making is getting better, but he still take a horrible. Shout out to my brother Markel. Me and my brother Markel had this story. The one thing we do, we sit and chill and we watch basketball. We'll sit there and watch the 8 o'clock, the late game. We'll watch all that shit together. Sit there and smoke weed and shit. That's my dog. We 19 years apart, but that's my only brother.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah, that's my dog. And I always be sitting there screaming, and he's the one person I be screaming at, get your big ass in the paint. Get your big ass in the paint.
But you know what?
He's making them retarded shots he's not supposed
But
to
you know
take
what?
it. But get your big ass in the
The
paint.
2 games that made me look was the Boston game and then the Lakers game, because they played Boston one night and then Lakers the next. Doc Rivers got him playing in the post. And I see that more this season than ever.
Yeah.
Everybody else let him take that bullshit 3-point shot. He just open is open.
He's still taking.
He's still taking, but I seen him more in the paint.
Like
This
last
year.
year,
Yeah,
it seemed
this
like
year more
his
than-
first shot selection was 18 feet and out. That was his first choice. And if that wasn't there,
Right.
then he taking your ass inside. You know what I'm saying? Where
It should be
inside
inside
and out.
Because
Thank
if
you.
you see the game, if you see the game,
6'11", C's, 255.
Too big to be playing outside in.
The
You know what I'm saying?
game, the game against the Lakers, none of the big men could do anything with him.
No.
He was using
But
it.
hold on, all right, I got a question. Will we ever see that kind of big man again? Though I feel like y'all dreaming about NBA that's bad. That shit ain't never coming back. Ain't never gonna be no big man that started to own that way.
And it's because of four players.
And if that motherfucker ain't gonna do it, it really ain't gonna be nobody
And
that's
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think honestly, I think the Joker is the last.
Yeah, Joe, I would
The
say
Joker is the last of the men that will be like, yo, here. You know what I'm saying? I got this nigga.
But
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I was saying his shit still
yeah, but look,
man.
but
He
yeah,
got
but-
that size.
but
There ain't
yeah,
many
but I-
big centers, so if you could still be able to
But-
back a motherfucker down and still
But with
shoot
Joker,
a mid-range,
but with
like-
Joker is coaching. You feel me? They know that Joker is a good passer, big man. You know he gonna draw the attention. Just keep cutting to the hole. And with coaching, when he got a mismatch, his ass is in the paint, and he be killing whoever the fuck down there checking him. But that's also come to coaching. Coaching has to force that big man
See,
down.
but see, there's another thing about
mindset,
it.
too.
See, and I think it's the offensive strategy that you only can have a certain amount. You only can do that shit really with a certain personnel on the floor.
That's a
right.
fact.
Because fucking hit the point guard for Joker is a fucking gunner.
Mitchell,
He'll shoot
right?
that- yeah,
Mitchell?
not Mitchell.
Yeah.
What's my boy name? The light skinned boy.
Mitchell?
Nah,
No,
Mitchell's the
Mitchell.
Jazz.
Oh, Utah.
Murray.
Murray. Oh yeah, Jamal Murray. Right,
See,
right.
he a gunner, right? So you got the threat of it. The shit spread out enough, and it's on the wing, and it's a mismatch. He gonna dive to the basket. Joker gonna get that shit, and if it's a threat, it can go out to the wing. It's a 3-pointer.
Right. That's what make those
You know
shoes
what I
so
mean?
dangerous.
Now, if I do that shit, Joel gotta wrestle with a motherfucker, and the double team coming before the ball even come in the paint.
Yeah.
So he's learned to just say, fuck all of that. I'm gonna get this shit and face up. Fuck
Right.
turn around, I'm gonna get it at 18 feet. Instead
Right.
of backing him down for 3 dribbles, I'm gonna face you up, jab dribble, or go by you, or hit a pull up, or take one of them little crazy ass up and under bullshit shots.
I call it the big man Euro step. That's They can't quite do a real deal Euro there.
I think that a lot of that shit got to do with that, man. And again, the game just ain't that. You look at Wiseman coming in the game. Wiseman's 7 foot, man.
Right,
He
right.
shoot jumpers. He athletic. That shit just ain't. It ain't.
But
Obviously gonna see that no
but that's
more.
because of all the foreign players.
Yeah.
Why get you an American big man that can only play in the paint? When you go get the same foreigner over there that can hit 3-pointers
play
inside,
three.
all that shit.
Right.
You feel me?
You JaVale McGee if all you do
Right.
in the paint.
Let's be honest. Let's
You
be honest.
DeAndre Jordan.
The only reason why the Triangle was successful for Phil Jackson in Chicago is because he had a big shooter that can hit threes and Tony Kukoc.
Yeah.
Nobody paid attention to that.
Yeah.
That he was the first big man out of over there that was able to come in and play inside out.
Yeah.
He got overshadowed because all you see was his 3-point shots.
Nah, I'm going
You feel me?
I'm
But
going to disrespect Rick Smith like that.
Yeah, Rick Smith with that nigga.
But where he from?
He wasn't popping
He wasn't a foreigner, but he was the big man that was giving it up like that.
yeah, but he wasn't hitting 3-pointers though. Was he?
Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
No, I never. You know, he played for
Sam
Indiana, so
Perkins.
I wasn't really.
Yeah,
I'm a Knicks fan, so that's why I hated. That's why I hated Jordan so fucking. I respect him. I respect Jordan. How many times he torched us, man?
Yeah.
And we beat him one time,
Hold on,
man.
hold on,
Now
hold
we
on.
beat him one time. His whole fucking career.
Hold on, who you?
No, let's not talk about Knicks fan. Yeah.
You know he hate Reggie.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
why he
Reggie.
hates him, bro. Yeah, hurt you, don't it?
Because he hated Reggie Miller.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm
man.
saying
ain't
right
even-
now.
I ain't even gonna kick you down, Mike.
There's three players. There's three. Well, I say 4 players that Indiana had that I actually enjoyed watching. My man Jalen Rose, of course. I love Jalen. You feel me?
Let's go.
That
Blue.
was my man.
Let's go, Michigan, baby.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
What was the what was his fucking name? Ron Artest. When he first came, I loved him.
World peace.
You feel me? Metal.
Meta.
Now, I mean, and speaking of him, I knew he was gonna flip out that night. I watched that game live.
Oh,
I
no.
knew it was going down because, for one, he's from the hood. 2, you're not gonna keep putting your hands on him and him not lose it.
Right,
So
right.
he got pushed by Ben Wallace twice already. He ain't do shit.
Right.
So that cup coming to the joint,
Yeah.
he was already
Listen,
fired,
yeah.
and
he
that was
chill.
gasoline.
When you get a crazy nigga like that, chill. Yeah, granted, he was laying on the table, but
I
he
think-
was chill.
He was chill, but I think he wanted the big beef. But just like Steve said, he got pushed twice. By he wasn't stepping to Ben
Right.
Wallace.
No,
As
it's
good
not
as
even
nigga
that.
is,
It's no.
Ben
He
Wallace
had
is
got
a motherfucker. He was the beast.
and they both had got like technicals before that.
Yeah, they got
Because they've been
double
going at it all
All
game.
day,
right.
That time he had got bowled by him twice. He went to the sideline, laid on the table. He already
trying to calm
burned.
down.
He was trying to calm down.
Me and this nigga are while we out here on the court, we both are like players though.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Yo, you don't got nothing. Yo, you a fan. You came to watch. You paid to come watch.
Right.
me.
Yeah.
And then you disrespect me. Oh no, he
That
gonna get his ass
basketball shit
whooped.
went out the window.
Yo.
That nigga went
Yo.
straight down to the hood.
And this shit gonna sound real fucked up while we talking about this American football. Big ups to the people that's still winning, because that's motherfucking teammates. That's what they gonna do. Like you might have looked at Jackson and all those other boys, but when you on a team, it's like a family.
My man
He run up in the crowd.
Triple
Guess what?
Yeah.
That's like when these niggas we play basketball, they run up in the crowd. I'm gonna be like, God damn, I'm going with him. There's no fucking way I'm gonna fight in the crowd by themselves.
Shout out
It ain't
to
going
Jermaine
down.
Lewis.
Yes, we in the crowd.
Jermaine
Right, that's
Lewis
a
had
fact.
the meanest punch in that motherfucking fight.
Ooh,
When
when he
Ross
slid
and
that.
Yo,
Yo,
Don't slide. He don't slide. I think it's worse.
Yeah, he might
Don't
break his
slide
foot.
it.
He might break all of
I
that.
think
he
it's
might be-
worse.
he
Just
might
run
be-
up against him. Cause, yo,
Yeah, try to go up. Yeah, try to go up
Yo.
if he didn't.
Yo.
He probably would have. Oh, this shit would have been gone.
Split.
Yeah, that's
I
a
seen that
fact.
shit. I said,
That's a
God.
fact. I was gonna say I had one more sports side, but let me get it in. We can get it in because we do it in division now. One more sports topic.
Yeah, got you.
Are you tired of people comparing eras when it comes to comparing players?
Yes.
Yes.
In certain sports.
But can you really stop it?
In certain sports.
Yeah, you
no.
Because you gotta compare this era and this era. Who's the best in this era? Who's the best in this era?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna put them together and see
Right.
who's the best.
Yeah.
Right,
You know
but
what I
you know
mean?
what? The
But
only
it's-
sport that don't go through that is like baseball. Baseball, the only sport that
Wanna
don't
know
go
why?
through.
Because it's less
Because
individual
but,
like
But
that.
the game doesn't change that much. How much can baseball change?
Right.
Yeah,
How
that's-
much you brought? How athletic you are? Like, how,
But
I see.
Oh, he gonna steal a couple more bases.
Right.
That's about it.
But I agree. That's more of the reason why eras should be compared because the rules ain't different. The rules ain't different from 19. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to compare Babe Ruth to Barry Bonds easily because the rules were the same.
That's a fact,
Basketball,
that's a fact.
you can't compare. I think the main reason why you can't compare eras is because the rules changed from
That's
year
a
to year
fact,
so
that's a
much.
fact.
Shit
That's
was
a fact.
so much more
That's a
physical
There was
back in the
hand
day.
checks and all that shit back
That's
in
a fact.
basketball. Then you can go to football and say Chuck Cecil and Steve Atwater can tear these niggas' heads off without getting penalties.
Yeah, Dick
You know what I'm
Buckets.
saying?
Right.
Dick
Niggas
Buckets,
was signing niggas. Now I could barely push a nigga.
Yeah, Deacon Jones and those boys.
Baseball's
Right.
the only sport where the rules is the same. I should be able to
Facts.
compare Sandy Sosa to anybody that's ever
Facts.
played
That's
baseball.
what's up. I ain't
Real
gonna lie.
talk.
except for pitcher.
Yeah,
Except for a pitcher.
Yeah, except for pitcher.
Unless you
I'll go
Cal
with that.
Ripken Jr. that pitched and bat and
And
did all that
right,
shit.
yeah.
Ain't no comparing that
Other than
motherfucker. But other than that,
right.
yeah.
That
They
shit
don't
is
compare-
just universal for baseball.
They don't compare baseball and they don't compare golf to the older motherfuckers, and them the two sports where the rules don't fucking change.
Right.
The
That's a
right
fact.
player, Allen Iverson, a couple players will show you. The right player come along and shit'll change. There wasn't no zones till that nigga came. You know what I'm
David
saying?
said is
But the players' evolution also evolved basketball, which is why it always is a comparison like that because people say all the time like Wilt have done all of that shit against Shaq and them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he would score 60, he was averaging 50 a game 1 year, bro.
Yeah.
50,
But you know what? We
50,
always
12,
talk
or
about
some
that.
shit like
When him and Bill Russell was in the league doing that, it was only 4 to 6 teams in the league at the time.
But
That's-
60
that's-
is 60.
Yeah, but there's a difference going between 16s and 32. Whoever the fuck is in the league right
You
now?
gotta remember-
Somebody that motherfucker will
Listen,
shut you down.
hold on.
You ain't gonna score that many
How many
motherfucking
black
points
people
every
do
night.
they have, right?
How many black niggas?
You see
Not
what I'm
many.
saying?
Not
I
many.
I agree. So this is my thing. I feel like if we do compare, I think it should just be best positions in the NBA. In terms of the NBA, I feel like you could do that. Like, is this the greatest point guard of all time? Right, and then you can put a criteria for what makes the best point guard. A nigga that had assists versus, you know what I mean?
I feel you on
I think
that.
you can create that and say
Right.
these are the top 5 of their positions.
Right.
I mean, sometimes comparing Bron and Jordan, they got different roles intentionally
That's a
on
fact.
their teams.
That's a
so
fact.
like I'm like I just don't know if it's
They didn't
fair
play
to
the
really
same
do that
position
shit.
either.
Right,
I don't know if it's fair.
And it's only in basketball because they don't be like as good as Brady is, as many championships he's got, and still don't compare to somebody like Teddy Bradshaw who got like 7. Right? Don't Teddy Bradshaw got 7?
No, he got 4. He got 4.
He got 4. I think he's been to 5, but he got 4.
Okay, yeah, they're like.
But
they don't,
do they say Tom Brady is better than Lawrence Taylor?
no, they don't do
No,
that shit.
right?
They don't even-
He's
they
the
don't
best
even-
quarterback.
Look, they don't even say he's
Best
better than. They don't even say he's
player
better than Joe
in the world.
Montana.
Yeah.
They don't even say he's better than Dan Marino. These are people he are better.
But
That's
even-
what I'm saying.
but
But they don't
even-
say that though.
Even those GOATs, so whoever you want to say the GOAT, they don't say they better than Emmitt Smith.
No,
They go in
no.
their position. They go in their
Right.
position. And I
Right.
feel like you should do. If we gonna do that kind of thing, that's where you could get into a criteria of this is the best individual to ever do this
LeBron
position.
is the best
Right.
3.
Three
Right.
I ever seen.
Ever seen. I feel you. I feel
That's
you.
not debatable.
No, that's not debatable.
I can see it more in football. I can't see it in basketball. The rules change too much. Like I'm still stuck on that rule change shit.
Okay. I
The
mean, I
rules-
respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
But
The rule change
The
too much.
rules change in football too.
Yeah,
True.
football
Yeah,
is another one that I
true.
A
can't-
lot of players came in.
Wow.
A lot of players came in changing the game. Brady was
Like
one of
Brady-
them.
Brady was
Football-
the main one.
Football is a prime example.
That
Brady-
nigga had
Brady-
two
we just said
changes.
since-
That nigga had
Fuck
two
that.
rules.
Yeah, the tuck rule, all that shit. You gotta look at it as like
the below the knee rule.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But you know why? But
made
you
the
wait.
NFL
But you know why they did that?
offensive related.
But you
what
know
I mean?
why they did that? The below the knee rule. It wasn't the fact that Brady got hurt. What it was, it's the fact that the NFL, believe it or not, lost out on millions when he got hurt.
That's a fact.
So you're like, we gotta protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way your starting quarterback can get.
And I dig that, but my thing is he wasn't the first nigga to get injured like that.
No, he wasn't.
But he was the most important at the
You
time.
know
That's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
He was-
Nobody was as important and got that injury ever in the league.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, no,
I think
dig
he was
that.
coming off his third back-to-back Super Bowl when he got hurt.
They had a chance to go to a third that year. I think that was like his first back-to-back.
Yeah, right.
Chance to
Then
go
he
to
came back.
Right, and then won
Man,
the
Castle
third.
finished the season.
Yeah.
Right, I see that they didn't go to the
And that's
playoffs.
the one
Big ass
after the Moss season. After
Yep.
they went 18, you know, they lost in the Super Bowl to Eli. That fucker was crazy. I can't believe this 2 Super Bowl losses is the fucking
Say it! Say it!
Motherfucker right here.
Say it!
We here.
Say it!
Because I mean,
Say it!
let's not talk about. I don't
So
even
who-
bring that up right now. So anyway, I don't even talk about that.
Quarterback
shit.
that
We might end that on this though.
Yeah.
I feel like
He
he
lost
was the
twice.
worst man out of them all.
He is. Hands down. The one that was.
I can tell it wasn't Eli. It was lucky catches and defense that helped Eli.
It was absolutely.
Eli.
It was absolutely.
But listen,
He made some very
at
timely
the end of
passes.
the day,
Eli
you
was-
want to lose with the quarterback, so they're going to say
Eli was throwing the
won.
fucking ball out of bounds.
It was Eli.
Manningham had a stretch
Was he
all the way to
MVP
get a hot dog.
Was he MVP in one of those?
No.
Oh no.
No,
Tyree was in.
And Strahan.
Yeah, Strahan.
Right. I'm gonna say the pass he look the pass that saved him. Manningham had to stretch out of bounds to go reach for a hot dog to get that.
But
back.
advocate, he was a game manager.
He was.
He was a game. Everybody game. He was a game
Hold on.
manager.
You gonna talk about
That
Trent
defense.
Edwards? He got a Super Bowl. My man Trent got a
He
Super
got
Bowl.
Eli is better than Trent. I give him that.
But he
You do have to bring that up.
What
You have to bring that up.
about Flacco? Shit.
Flacco better than.
Did Eli? Man, come on, man. Come on.
Nah, he's better than Trent, though.
Come on.
He ain't better than that, nah. Cause I'll tell you what.
It's some
If
game
it wasn't
managers that got some
for,
rings, man.
it wasn't for Bolden, was his receiver back when he was there, right?
Yep.
Boy, oh boy, because some of those fucking catches he was making.
Crazy.
Woo!
It was.
I was at home crazy. Yo,
man killed
he
out
was
there,
killed.
man.
The way he was, Motor was making some catches for your ass. That's a fact.
That's why he was so talented when he came to Buffalo. It was like, we got who?
That nigga said,
Oh, shit.
That's me the Buffalo. I retired.
I retired. But you get the words now, huh?
Vontae Davis was like, you know what? I'm out too.
Now, that motherfucker there, now I know he's sick.
Yeah, he's sick.
You dumb because you quit.
He
You
had
basically
to.
put on the whole NFL. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody ever take
Hell
you.
no, that was the bitchest shit you could ever do.
Right.
It was.
Nigga,
Right.
you could have at least waited for the end of the game.
Right.
Nigga, you done at half.
Yep, you at
They're like,
half.
we're about to. You're like, hell no, I'm in my car.
Yeah,
already.
my God. I'm gonna drive through the Chick-fil-A right now, man. Fuck y'all niggas.
Right.
They ain't even open on Sunday.
Right. That's a fact.
Dumbass sitting in that stupid ass